Texas State Fair. Played here since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. For nearly a century, this venue has stood Horns and the Oklahoma Sooners. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in with the Texas head coach before the game. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team, we're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Longhorns offense will have the football first. You go back over the history of this rivalry, and there's certainly been close games, but there have also been a large number of blowouts, and we had one last year for the Horns, David.
And I think as a Texas fan, you better understand that, because when you win big the year before, OU is going to come out with their hair on fire, Jesse, ready to make a statement.
When I think back to last year's game, the thing that impressed me so much about Texas was that they stepped up and brought their A game to the ballpark in the Red River rivalry, one of the biggest games of the year. Let's see who's going to step up in this one today.
You know, God bless Texas, because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no, they got two great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield. So a lot of soft boxes to run into, and there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance because of those names you just mentioned. We're expecting this running game to be elite. And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Arch Madness. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Manning from the gun on third down. Bought a little time, lets it go. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The Sooners offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Headed out to lead this team is John Mateer. A couple of big-time signal callers on display, and we expect a lot of points to be put up in this one.
And I know Reese already talked about the quarterbacks. These are 2 really good football teams. Like, I'm excited to watch them throughout the season and where they can go and where they can get to, because there's a lot of potential, a lot of talent. Obviously, the triggermen, they're the reason it goes. And they're the spotlight tonight, Palmer, for quarterbacks like you that love QB.
No doubt about it, man. And this is what college football is all about. These are the games, especially as a quarterback, that you look forward to the most. Going up against great competition, another good quarterback on the other sideline, and coming out on top. You can't overthink it. You can't try to do too much. You have to operate within your offense and put trust in your teammates to get it done.
He's got him in the flat. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Fires on the move. Catch in the middle. It's Harris. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. He wants to throw it again. Got his man in the middle. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
individual effort here by the wide receiver. After he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Manning to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Wants to throw. It's Manning. Bring in the heat. They get to him as he throws. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. They'll give it to Brown. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
The Longhorns come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He'll go to the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
Now, I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that first down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
Has to get there to move the sticks. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, they get the first down, going for it on 4th and 1, and they're in that fringe area right now in their opponent's territory. So important for them to keep the momentum going because they've got to be thinking, we're scoring points here. We're going to pay this drive off.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Manning throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the...
He'll try to take it back. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play and guys that could play up-tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in Norman, Oklahoma.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juiced. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Throwing Manning. Makes the grab. It's Brown. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Play action. Here's Manning. Here comes the heat. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. He's got it on the run.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so...
And he's in! Touchdown, Oklahoma! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the returner will be dragged down. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. To throw, Manning. Looking to the big tight end. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Time to take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to pass. It's Manning. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation. Man, you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Not a lot of room to field this one. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal in their first 3 possessions. Oh, they're after him. Zips it out to his man. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun. Here's Xavier Robinson. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
I'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking downfield on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. It's complete to the left. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Quickly complete. Play this game in the shadow of Big Tex. You can get a corny dog out there, play carnival games, and see one of the great rivalries in the sport, David.
It's crazy. You literally walk outside of the stadium, and there are thousands upon thousands of people. They don't even realize a football game's going on, Jesse. They're just having a good time.
You're right. It's part of what makes this game so special. The Red River rivalry, there's just so much fanfare. There's so much tradition. And remember, with bragging rights on the line, this thing just means more.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
And he's really proven to this defense that he's just not a one-trick pony. He can beat you through the air, and now he can do this. Now he can take off and scramble, move the sticks, get us first down for his offense. This defense, they're starting to learn pretty quickly. This guy is a talented joker at quarterback.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here's a quick throw out to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. On first down from the 13-yard line. The keeper on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Swings it out to the flat. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he's already put 1 3-spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They go play action with Manning. On the run, still looking. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And this game is going perfect for the defense right now. They haven't been on the field that much. The offense hasn't had that many possessions. Here we are at the end of the first half. They're still pitching a shutout, and they're ready for this quarterback to take shots. They're sensing the frustration, and that time in perfect position, forcing that incompletion.
He'll pull it down and run. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Here's Arch to throw. Looking deep down the right side. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
You just feel like the sense of urgency is going up for this offense now. They haven't had that many possessions so far in the game, and because they've got no points now, it feels like the quarterback's starting to press. He's trying to make it happen on his own, taking a shot down the field. Another incompletion for this offense. They can't get anything going.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's not always the sacks on the quarterback, right? You just want to affect him. You want to get to his legs. And if you can smash him, even better. Hit him in the face, make that ball float up in the air, creates the turnover, creates the big play. Momentum shift for the defense.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air, it's Mateer. With the catch, it's Thomas. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Arch is going to throw for it. Under fire. It's complete on the right side. They've got the 1st down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He's going to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, and time is running short. That's caught. It's Townsend. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Tight end finds a soft spot. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Here's a heat. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown Longhorn! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And that touchdown was massive for the offense. Gives them confidence heading into halftime. But remember, they're going to be receiving first in the third quarter, so they get an opportunity to cut even further into this lead. That was a huge play.
He'll try to tack on one more. Smashes it through for the PATs. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the number 13 team, the Missouri Tigers.
On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach coming out of the locker room. He is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expected to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Some misdirection with the counter. Maybe some room here. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Makes a grab and room to run. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the stomping has commenced. His third touchdown of this game and his third on the season. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Coming out with it, it's Brown. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Let's go to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on the Texas sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Arch Madness. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll take the deep shot. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. So now it's 2nd and long. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. Again, it's Brown. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there.
He's loose on the right. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Here's Manning to throw. Trying to set up the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Manning on play action. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. A big 3rd down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range.
2 hands is coat.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. 4th down, Manning. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Off the play fake on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Robinson. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. 1st and 10. Back in motion. Try to clear the picture. To the air. It's Mateer. Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Made a defender miss. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Wants to throw it again. Catch in the middle. It's to Tegna. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Out of the backfield, he's open. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
The Sooners go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll give it on the counter. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
They showed this run in the 1st half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the 2nd half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
Pressure coming. He's got it in the end zone. Surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Finds his big tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. Third down.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over. It was the Sooners who put the horns down in Dallas today in the Red River Showdown, and they'll take that golden hat north of the river. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.